So hello and good morning to you on this beautiful June morning here in southern Utah. I wanted to do a live video originally, but then I realized I didn't have any reception. So I'm making a normal video and I'm just going to go into the sun so that you guys can see how absolutely gorgeous the sunshine here is on this absolutely incredibly beautiful morning. Here we are, southern Utah, blue sky. Okay, so here's the reason I'm talking to you today. I just went to Zion this morning. I woke up at 5:30. I did my usual meditation, and as I was sitting there, all of a sudden that little voice super clearly said in my head, "Go to Zion now." And before I was even knowing what I was doing, I was getting up, I was getting ready, and 10 minutes later I'm sitting in the car going to Zion, and I knew I had to go there to do ceremony. And the voice also told me that something very, very magical is going to happen. So I'm driving, and as I'm getting to the entrance of Zion, there are a few motorbikes in front of me, and I'm pulling up behind them. And as I'm waiting for it to be my turn, I'm looking at that one motorcycle, and on its back, across whatever that little, what do you call that when you have those little bags on the back of the bike, there is a sticker that says, "Not all wanderers are lost." And I just laughed, and I have to give you a tiny little bit of a backstory, because for the last few days with my student who's currently studying with me here in Kanab, we have been using the hero's journey as our guidelines, and we have been talking a lot about the wanderer, which is one of the archetypes in the hero's journey. And it's just such a wonderful archetype about the searcher, the person who's on their quest, the person who is discovering the mile markers that help them along their journey. And there's so many wonderful ramifications about this idea of the wanderer. And so it was just amazing to me that I'm sitting right there while I am really immersed in this whole idea of the wanderer, the hero's journey, the quest, the journey, and all that fun stuff. And there it is, blatantly in front of me. And what's so important about the message that not all wanderers are lost, because that's part of my quantum NLP message, that we get to choose how we want to experience our wandership, that journey, that quest. And so that was just amazing. I made a commitment to myself that I would talk to those guys and get a picture of it, because I thought it was so funny to run into that. I drove in after them, and then when they turned off at the first overlook, I also turned off, introduced myself, had a nice little chat with them. And they were two sweet, sweet couples coming here from Texas, and they had just come from Bryce Canyon, and now they were doing Zion on their way down south. And it was just so wonderful. And of course, I took a picture of the bike, and then I also took a picture of them. And then we all moved on, and I just chuckled, and I processed the whole thing, and I thanked the universe, and I thought it was just amazing. Well, as I continued my journey, I decided I'm going to share that picture with my student, because I thought what a wonderful way to welcome her in the morning. And it's just such a great way to celebrate the idea that where attention goes, the energy flows. So when we are paying attention to certain things, they start showing up in our life. And that's what I took this whole experience as an example of. Well, as I'm getting closer to the tunnel, which is about 5 miles later after the entrance to Zion, I'm thinking, oh, how cool, I can send her the picture, because down there is internet connection. So I'm pulling up my phone as I'm stopping right in front of the tunnel, and there are about 5 cars in front of me. Right in front of me is a van. As I'm driving up close to the van, I'm able to reach the sign on the car, the license plate. And the license plate spells W-A-N-D-E-R. Wander. To wander. To walk. To hike. To explore. To seek. The wanderer in action. And I just laughed, laughed, and laughed. I immediately unbuckled, got out, took the camera, waved to the driver, took a picture. I'm like, you are kidding me. So the universe is not just once sending me the message, it's sending me twice the message. In 15 minutes, the 2 license plate numbers that I see that day, the 2 connections that I'm having with those vehicles, one a motorbike with that bumper sticker, and the other one a van with the specific driver's license. And they both have the same message. They both have the word wander in it, while I've spent the last few days talking about the wanderer. Now, how can you deny that? How can you call something like that a coincidence? Or a synchronicity or a wonder of how this cannot be aligned and meant to be. So I just wanted to share that with you, with anybody who's perhaps wondering out there, ha ha ha, no pun intended, who is wandering out there with the O or a about those kind of things, about what does it mean when we are attracting those kind of circumstances, or when those things that we are currently studying showing up, the people that we're currently thinking of call us, the circumstances that we're currently dealing with, all of a sudden we see exemplified in other people. We're watching a movie, bam, there is the message. We're opening a book, bam, there is the message. So do some research, immerse yourself into it. Look at quantum physics, look at neuroscience, look at those movies that you can find anywhere nowadays that are about human consciousness and the universe and the quantum universe and energy and all that fun stuff. So start looking more into it, because I know you're going to attract some incredible coincidences yourself, and I would love to hear what you are discovering and how this all shows up in your own life. So this was just such an incredibly powerful experience, and it just created so much powerful and wonderful excitement and emotion in myself that I just wanted to share that with you guys. Besides that insanely beautiful Utah energy. So soak that up, soak up some beautiful tree energy, some morning sun energy, and the Virgin River is right here. So dig it. Energy flows where attention goes, and you are the catalyst. So always remember that, and on your own wondership, I wish you the most wonderful and most exciting experiences. Have an awesome day.